it's DJ here with Wally Life, and we're hanging out at the most amazing, I won't even say local, it's kind of a regional parade now. It's pretty cool.
We started the parade with because my dad couldn't get to the parade anymore in Manhattan. So then we just started it as a small parade, and it was just my wife driving before the kids were even born. The dog was the grand marshal. My father was sitting in the back of the truck, and then the next year it was 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, and then it grew into this.
This is amazing. So tradition, you started that tradition.
Yeah.
And that's what this day is all about.
Yeah.
Family and tradition. That's pretty cool.
Getting everybody together. But the best part is a lot of them go home tomorrow.
The Feast of St. Patrick, better known as St. Patrick's Day, isn't just an Irish tradition, but has become more of a reunion. And what better way to celebrate family and friends than a hometown parade? As floats like this armored truck and trailer get prepped and set up for the day's event, cars are decorated and many guests arrive, dressed in their best green garb. We chatted with a few of these enthusiastic participants on this gorgeous green day.
We are hanging out at the Sloane's 20th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. This is pretty cool. What brings you guys out today?
Parade and Irish.
There you go. You're just here to have some fun.
Clem Cadiddlehopper, Irish power.
We love our Irish.
I just love St. Patrick's Day.
No, I love it.
It's great. And have fun with friends, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
So,
That's good.
It's all about the tradition and carrying on that legacy that John Sloane Sr. had. And this year, our Grand Marshal, Sloane, we are very excited for that. Plus, I raised some money for Pennies from Heaven, a great cause. And it's all in all a good day.
That's awesome.
As the start of the parade draws near and floats head out to line up, we get the sense that this isn't your typical St. Patrick's Day celebration. It's a tradition and a chance to reunite with friends, enjoy some special time with your family, and enjoy time in your community. We check in with some local residents who provide snacks and treats along the route.
We've been doing this, the parade's 20 years old, and we've been doing hot dogs and stuff for about 10 or 11 years. Myself, I'm Kim Teeter, and my brother-in-law Chuck Lockwood started handing out the dogs. It gets a little bigger every year, and I think the parade this year is going to be a little bigger than last year also by the looks of things.
Everyone is excited about getting their floats and/or themselves bedazzled in hopes of winning the coveted Best Float Award and bragging rights till next year's event. Some have even created custom rides for this festive day of frolicking.
This car's 15 years in.
Yeah.
15 years convertible.
First year.
Yep.
John Sloane, this year's Grand Marshal and the event founder, head the lineup as the 20th annual parade gets underway. In all, this parade has everything. And of course, what's a parade without kids scrambling for treats and even a few good eats? And talk about a parade for everyone, one car even handed out cannolis. And another thing we found unique about this parade is that the people on the floats get treats as well. crew is well behaved, which debunks the notion that the day is over-commercialized and shows how friends and family can pull together to make a fun and safe sham-rocking good time. We hear from a former Grand Marshal family member what this event means to his family.
My family's been coming up here for 40 plus years, and I think we've made 17 of the 20 Sloane parades, and happy to be a part of the tradition. The tradition is that you're sharing St. Patrick's Day with your families as they grow, and we share the stories of what everybody's been up to over the past year, and some
kind of like a reunion.
Yeah, it's basically a reunion,
okay.
But everybody actually wants to see each other, so it's kind of it's a little different, I guess. But
although the parade ends and people pose for pictures, this gathering has just begun. We head inside for some traditional Irish fare, which includes loads of fun, lots of food, family traditions, great conversation, and even some bagpipe performances. This is an excellent way to introduce traditions and honor loved ones. And yes, there was even an Irish karaoke sing-along.
You guys don't help, you're not Irish.
And to wrap up the event, the Grand Marshal is escorted via bagpipe into the dining hall, where an Irish buffet awaits and families sit and enjoy some traditional Irish food. And it goes without saying, what's a party without some good old-fashioned family stories?
It started out as like almost a goof when my dad was sick and he couldn't go to Manhattan anymore, and we tried making it special for him, and then it just kept on growing and growing and growing. I like when the whole family gets together. It reminds me of my dad taking me to, he's like, we're going to see the parade in New York. We'd wind up at some Teamster Union Hall in like Brooklyn somewhere. I'd never see the parade, but we'd all have fun. And then we'd go home and he'd go, tell your mother we were at the parade.
Now that's a totally different way of going green. Join us next year for the 21st Sloane Family St. Patrick's Day Parade at the Woodloch Resort in Holly, PA.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Collins with Davis R. Chant Realtors. With over 50 years of serving the Lake Wallenpuapack region, Chant Realtors sells more homes by volume than any other realtor in the area. The Lake Wallenpuapack area is an attractive place to live because of its low taxes, great school districts, and beautiful scenery. Agents at Davis R. Chant Realtors have an extensive knowledge of the local market and experience with everyone from first-time home buyers to experienced investors. Chant uses a variety of print media, billboards, open houses, and national websites to promote properties and reach buyers. We work with sellers to put together a thoughtful but aggressive market plan tailored to each home individually. Here at Chant, we know that working together and providing channels of communication and feedback is important for the best outcome when selling your home. We provide a unique feature called Seller's Dashboard to our sellers, which allow you to view up-to-the-minute online information about your home, including how it is being marketed, how often it is being shown, and notes from agents and buyers. If you are ready to relocate, upgrade, downsize, or know anyone who is considering the Lake region, please stop by or call Davis R. Chant Realtors at 570-226-4518 or visit us online at chantre.com.
i2 Print is your premium printing service for all your professional printing needs. We'll help you throughout the printing process from design to distribution. With bookbinding abilities, we'll be able to help you get the word out or promote your business with branded assets and products. i2 Print offers top quality print products at competitive prices with quick turnaround and fast delivery. From business cards, large format posters, brochures, and wrap cards to annual reports, i2 Print can print everything you need to promote your product, service, and business. With the best printing technology available today, we live up to our tag: service, speed, and success. Choose i2 Print for your next printing project.
Fact and legend blend together in our historic lake region, nowhere more so than at the base of the lake itself. Let's explore the story of Wilsonville and see if we can reconstruct the town under the lake.
Hello, my name is Peter Becker, and I'm the Wayne County, Pennsylvania historian, as well as the managing editor of the News Eagle newspaper in Hawley. And I've done a lot of writing of local history topics over the years, and I've had quite an interest in this amazing little village that many people have hardly heard of, called Wilsonville. People who come to Lake Wallenpaupack today, they enjoy the lake up by the dam, they enjoy the dam, and they never know that what they're looking at was the site of a once prosperous industrial village. What is now the lake started out as a river going through the valley. It ended in a great waterfall that was 70 feet high. The falls cascaded approximately 3 miles heading towards what would become Hawley. It was a very lush valley with tall white pine and tall conifers, giant trees. As the Native Americans were well aware of the beauty of the Wallenpaupack River and its slow and moving waters, which is where the name Wallenpaupack came from. It all started way back in the 1700s. White colonists came along. They saw a good chance here for profit because they immediately saw those falls as a very potential source for hydropower to run mills. This theme would last up to this present day. Judge James Wilson, a founding father of the United States of America, he was a Scottish immigrant who became a lawyer down in Philadelphia. He was a fierce advocate for independence and became one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. After the war was settled, President Washington named him to the first United States Supreme Court. And when he retired, he came up and he had purchased a vast territory in northeast Pennsylvania called the Wallenpaupack Manor. It was 12,500 acres and included what would be Wilsonville.
In late 1830s, early 1840s, William Schaus purchased the land at the top of the falls, which by now had been drained and there was actually land that you could build there. And he built a very successful lumber mill. And Schaus did a very good business there. He was a very smart businessman. But he also sort of recognized that he was getting older, and he sold out to Farnham and Collingwood, which was a partnership of a guy from Honesdale, Farnham, and a guy from New York City, Collingwood. Farnham and Collingwood did a very good business, again, because there was strong demand, until President Grant, he made the move to take the country's currency off the silver standard. Well, if there's no need for silver, the silver market crashes. If there's silver market that crashes, the little towns dry up. If the little towns dry up, there's no reason to have a railroad spur there, and suddenly the railroad companies, which had done a huge amount of investment in the West in new rail tracks and spur lines and so forth, found themselves overextended, and they went bankrupt like dominoes. And so that crash started the Great Depression of 1873, which was the largest depression felt in the United States at the time. It was devastating, and among other things, it reduced the market for lumber to the point where Farnham and Collingwood's once thriving sawmill became essentially worthless, and they both lost their shirts. That was the beginning of the end of Wilsonville. No longer a working sawmill, no longer having much income, became just another sleepy little spot along a road between here and there. In 1895, the there were a group of investors from Philadelphia who recognized the value of the Wallenpaupack as a water power site. And they purchased the Schaus and Farnham and Collingwood site that was at the head of the falls. They filed a plan with the State Water Power Commission to form a 5,577.5 acre lake, which is very close to the size of the modern Lake Wallenpaupack. So that project failed. Then along came Colonel Watrous, who was an industrialist from Scranton, which leaves us at about 1914 when that project fell apart because the war in Europe made the entire economy turn down, and he couldn't build the electric railroad across the Pocono Plateau, which is what he intended to use the electricity for. And so the project went begging for a buyer until about 1922, when Pennsylvania Power and Light, which had recently formed in Allentown, was looking for sources for electricity. They finally bought the project, lock, stock, and barrel. Along the lines of things that are made possible by modern technology, side-scan sonar is one of the things that allows people to do archaeology that was not possible before. Sonar uses sound waves that are transmitted from a particular device and then bounce off things that are distant from them and then are received back. As the bottom contours change and as the type of bottom, mud, rock, whatever, change, you get back varying intensities of the sound, and that allows you to paint an image of what's on the bottom. Now, it's not an optical image, it's actually just a sound image. So something that looks bright in a sonar image is probably something that's hard, like a rock, which may or may not be actually bright when you look at it with light. And in fact, depending on what the silt and the bottom is like, it's possible to look at things that are under the bottom, things that have been covered up by silt, that wouldn't be visible at all if you drained the lake and went to look at them. The sonar images really do show us what's underneath the lake. So this is an image of the bridge across the Wallenpaupack. As you look at it, from the right is upstream, the left is downstream. And you can see the Pike County side is at the top and the Wayne County side at the bottom. And at the very bottom of that image, you can see some of the buildings that are there at that intersection in the middle of what we would call Wilsonville. This is another view of the dam. The large center supports, those little dots are actually supports that they added when they increased the size of the bridge to accommodate the heavy construction vehicles. This is actually a sonar image of what you could consider downtown Wilsonville. The various little bright areas are stone walls that form the foundations of the buildings. And if you compare that to the pictures or the maps, you can actually make sense of what's there. About a third of the way down, you see the road to the west, and the foundation of the White House is just to the right, about midway up the page. One of the reasons to go back and revisit history is that we're always finding new things. There can be new physical evidence, there can be documentary evidence, and especially as the internet has taken hold of things, it's much, much easier to do research now than it was in the past.
Sterling Business and Technology Park is currently divided into 23 lots ranging in size from 3 to 30 acres. Each lot in the park is KOZ certified for companies that qualify. The Sterling Business and Technology Park is perfectly located just off Exit 17 on Interstate 84 in northeastern Pennsylvania, just under 2 hours from New York City. If you would like to explore locating your business at Sterling Business and Technology Park, visit sterlingbusinesspark.com.
Hey folks, do you wonder why you see so many B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles here in the Northeast? It's no secret, ask the owner. You'll find out B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Honesdale not only offers great deals, but you can't beat the knowledgeable and friendly sales staff and the exceptional factory-trained service technicians. Going shopping for a new or used vehicle? Stop by B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Honesdale and make a deal. Get pre-approved. Check out our inventory. Go to bnbdodge.com, or better yet, visit our showroom at 125 Grandview Avenue, Honesdale. B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. You'll love your new car or truck if you get it from B&B.
B&B, better and better.
Folk and rock meet with the salacious sounds of the Slambovian Circus of Dreams, another great act at the Cooperage Project. Honesdale, Pennsylvania, like most towns in the northern Pocono Mountains, has a rich history and is best known as the birthplace of the American Railroad. The first steam locomotive to run on rails, the Stourbridge Lion, ran on a 3-mile track starting in Honesdale. A full-scale replica of the Stourbridge Lion can be seen at the Wayne County Historical Society on Main Street. Honesdale was the transfer point for coal coming from the west on the Gravity Railroad. That coal was transferred to canal barges destined for New York City. In addition to its industrial history, Honesdale is also known as the home of Highlights for Children magazine, still operating in the town today. The inspiration for the song Winter Wonderland, written by Honesdale resident Dick Smith, and the birthplace of many great athletes. The community preserves its heritage and historic sites throughout the town, such as the Wayne Hotel, the Old Stone Jail, courthouse, churches, and many other historic sites. Today, Honesdale has grown into a destination for tourism, events, and local food. Each summer features weekend activities such as the Spring Wayne County Canoe Classic, as racers paddle through downtown Honesdale. and the Roots and Rhythm Music Festival in Central Park. Roots and Rhythm is a free all-day music celebration featuring a variety of bands and genres of music. Other events like Steampunk Honesdale celebrate the industrial heritage of the community and the first steam locomotive. Trains continue to run in Honesdale, with passengers boarding the Stourbridge line for a scenic trip along the Lackawaxen River. During Steampunk Honesdale, a steam locomotive pulls the train and takes passengers back in time. While in Honesdale, stop by the farmers market and pick up locally produced honey, maple syrup, cheeses, ice creams, vegetables, and other natural produce. Sustainable agriculture is on the rise, offering natural and organic products. Many of these products are on display at the annual Wayne County Fair. The fair highlights the agricultural roots of the region and attracts over 100,000 visitors each year who come out to enjoy rides, entertainment, shows, and more. There's a lot to see and do in Honesdale. Stop by one of the many local breweries for some handcrafted beer. Take a yoga class at Yoga International, one of Inc. magazine's fastest growing companies. See the art wall at the end of Main Street. Wander the trails around town, or simply sightsee your way through the town's history. You can stop in for one of the many great events at the Cooperage Project, or simply enjoy a scenic walk through town or in Central Park. For more information on historic Honesdale, go to visithonesdalepa.com.
The Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau is really a tool for the visitors coming to the region to learn about all the great things that we have to offer, as well as what our members have to offer. So stop by one of our 5 visitor centers like this one here in Milford. We also have visitor centers located at Lake Wallenpuapack, in Honesdale at the train station, as well as in Jim Thorpe at the train station. And we also have one at our visitor center at the main offices of the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau in Stroudsburg. So when you're in town, or you have friends in town, or you're visiting, stop by one of the visitor centers to learn more. Another great way is to visit us online at poconomountains.com or follow us on social media channels at Pocono Tourism.
So, you want to know what this whole Freedom Boat Club thing is all about? Simply put, we're a club that makes boating, well, simple. Here's how it works. You join the club, you pay a one-time membership fee, and then monthly dues from there on out. And instantly, you get access to a fleet of boats. As a member, their entire fleet is at your disposal. All those things you imagine boating to be suddenly become reality. When you're done, you simply head back to the dock where the boat club staff will be waiting. Leave the boat with them, and that's it.
Join us as we go out in the open. Hi, I'm Alex Zedok.
And I'm Joanne Zedok.
Join us every Thursday night as we bring you the latest tips and information on boating, camping, hunting, fishing, and the environment, helping you make the most of your Pocono outdoor experience.
So remember, tune us in every Thursday evening at 9:30 on BRC 13.
Tune in to Wally Life every Monday at 9 p.m. on Blue Ridge Communications Channel 13 for the latest in life around Lake Wallenpaupack.